Hello, and welcome to the Dexter Loves Annie podcast. My name is Kat, and I'm coming to you from Buckinghamshire in England. It's not the nicest day today. Normally I say beautiful Buckinghamshire, but it's a bit sad and grey. But nevertheless, it's beautiful. And I've no idea what episode this is. Sometimes I check, sometimes I don't. It's a magical mystery. Today is Monday, the somethingth of May, 18th, I want to say, 18th or 19th of May. Anyway, welcome. Sorry it's a bit late. Normally it would have gone up at the weekend. Life is life is difficult at the moment. It's good, but there's a lot going on. So, yeah, I'm going to do one today. I'm going to do a couple more shorts of some projects that I'm working on later on today. And I've got a load of things to show you. So, buckle in, grab yourself a cuppa. Let's go. So, I'm going to start with probably my favourite. It's nearly done. It's very exciting. This is a colourwork cardigan, and I've used somebody else's base pattern, but I'm adding colourwork to it from the Doodle Handbook, the Doodle Knit directory. I'll pick it up in a minute. So these were in the main pattern. Because of all the increases and shaping, there wasn't really a sensible way of sort of adding this sort of pattern in, and then we got into it. I'm probably going to second stitch around here just to fill that in a bit, because I didn't realise she had German short rows halfway down the back. Never encountered that before. Won't be doing that again. Unless the fit is absolutely stunning, in which case, you know, jury's out. But yeah, here we are. I am, where are we? Yeah, I'm about 3 more sets of these crosses away from finishing. It's very exciting. And then I'll get the rib done, and then we have to do the scary stuff. So here is the steek panel. You can see it all the way down if you look close. It's that line down the middle. Because where are you? There. That's where the rib stops. So basically what I've got to do is put button bands on either side, secure it with stitches, and I'm going to use the sewing machine because I'm a scaredy chicken, and then cut up the middle with scissors. It's good to learn something new. Who knows, I might absolutely love it. I might never do it again. Wait and see. So that's that done. Nearly. I'm going away soon, so it's very likely that won't make an appearance until maybe the end of June, depending on how long it takes me to work up the courage to do the cutting. I'll bring you along, don't you worry. Other whips that you are used to. Oh no, I said I'd show you the doodle book. Hold on a minute. It's down here. There we go. Doodle Knit Directory. She has even more doodles out. There's quite a lot in here. 200 it says. And there's some basic patterns in here for socks, mittens, hats. Yeah, there's a hat. Scarf, cowl. Don't think I've missed anything out. So yeah, that's quite a good buy. Little pause there to allow the husband to make himself some breakfast, because he has radar, and when I start recording comes out of his office. Breakfast, I'd like to say at 11:15. Anywhoosies, as I was saying, I pulled apart a blanket that was massive, too long, too heavy, and started this Tunisian crochet blanket. That is blowing out. That's not orange, that's kind of a coral colour. So I did two, because the blanket that I pulled apart was stripes. It was a temperature blanket, but it ended up using all, I started it in January and it was just all one colour for a very long time. So I pulled that out and just did stripes of all the colours, and it looks great. It's just too big and too heavy. So I did this. So each of these is a stripe. And then I wanted to just make sure I got the length right. So when I finished the coral, I came back down and I'm adding on the turquoise. This is the Tunisian crochet hook and removable cable, interchangeable cable. Where am I at? I'm picking up on a new row, so you basically just pick up all of these in one and then work back and work them off. So that's where we're at. The intention is that it won't be uniform, because none of the balls are going to be the same. Really, well, they are kind of the same, but then I've got some smaller ones, so I'm sort of thinking I might chop and change in and just do like these are obviously entire stripes worths, but I might maybe stop this one, I don't know, here, put another one in here, just do them different, so it'll be a nice little patchworky mishmash. And yeah, that's, this whole bag is balls of that yarn. It is I don't have the ball bands anymore because I think I made the blanket 4 or 5 years ago. But it's a Caron, it's all acrylic, which is good because it's going to be for camping and it needs to go in the washing machine occasionally probably, because there is a little doggy pickle. Plus we get muddy. She gets muddy, we get muddy. Camping's dirty. So I think it's an Aran weight. It feels like an Aran weight to me. Caron cakes. There was quite a lot of them. So yeah, I've not been doing that so much. But I will get back to that at some point. So those are the two whips really that I've done anything on. Oh no, actually the socks. I took the socks away on camping trip a few weeks back. Sorry for the rustling. And I am actually on the heels. So that heel's done because I'm doing 2 at a time. And I'm doing just doing this part. The knit one, slip one, flap. I think some designer you are. I can never remember all the bits of the heel, but you do this bit, which is reinforced, and then you do this little bit, and then you pick up stitches along here where you've done this flap. It's very, very clever, actually. Every time I do it, I'm like, wow, I've actually made something that fits a foot. So yeah, this is an old yarn. They were going to be long, but I realised I did them on 2.5 needles, and I normally do socks on 2.25. So we're just finishing them off. Gone too far to rip them out now. So that was my nice easy project for camping. The yarn's an old yarn. Don't remember the dyer right now. It's very unlikely they have the same one in. got that maybe 3 or 4 years ago again. I've got a stash of yarn that I caked up to keep me going while I was recovering from surgery. And I've still got a load in one of my baskets. Obviously they're in Ziploc bags because moths. We don't want to encourage them, do we? It just seems to be rife this time of year anyway. So, yeah, I'm just staring at my cardigan still. I love it. Anyway, shall we move on? I got naughty because I have got a holiday coming up, and I am on a fitness and health journey, and I hate being hot. All this to say, I got brave and made myself one of these little halter knit. I went longer underneath because I think it's the pattern is a bralette. It's crochet. It's not colour I normally wear. I've left a stitch marker on there because I think she looks cute. This is from Kelly at Row and Cades. She says this is completely size inclusive. It fits all sizes, but it only goes up to double H cup, and up until 6 years ago I was bigger than that, so I would argue that thankfully it fits me now. So the pattern's easy to follow actually. Crochet always has me kind of scared, but you have to just take it one line at a time. And when you've done the main body of it and done all the bits and bobs, because you do these extra panels separately, because that's worked that way, this is worked this way. You then go around the edge and then you cast on to do this strap, I think. Yeah, you've done the strap and then you go around the edge of it and back down. And the idea is you keep crocheting for this bit, crisscrosses at the back and ties. Well, I decided to do an I-cord because I do have an I-cord tool. It's not that easy with cotton. This is cotton yarn. And also the I-cord tool that I've got is substandard. So it worked out in the end. There's one of them, yeah, the first one I did was all over the place till I got the hang of it. But I don't care. I love it and I am going to wear it. Hopefully on holiday. So let's get to the pattern. It is, I've got it all back to front. Oh, come on, where are you? I didn't print off the colour one. So, yeah, not giving away anything on these. The Nancy Bralette, she doesn't have a Ravelry, it's Etsy only. The designer, Pink Sheep Design on Etsy. There's a colour pattern and there's a printer friendly pattern. I did the printer friendly. It's still a bajillion pages. I didn't like how the material was really, really holy on the hook that she suggested. It's gone very dark. I'm so sorry. Can you see me? And it's not the sort of thing you can wear something underneath. I'm going to have to. But I went down from a 5.5mm hook to a 4mm hook. And yeah, just the wonderful thing about crochet is you can just adapt things as you go. And I love it. So that was an XL, 2XL, and it goes all the way up to a 4X, 5X. There's no indication of what inch measurement that is here at all. No, but yeah, I didn't even have to do the top size, which was great. It feels weird when you're first knocking it up because you're doing a weird thing in the middle. You're doing an increase and it just feels really counterintuitive in the middle, but it worked really well and I love it. So the yarn, got lots of project bags on the floor. The yarn I used, I went to Hobie because I know Hobie do a cotton, and this is called Twister Solid XL. It's a DK weight. I think they call this a 4 100-gram, and I got this in 2 colours because there's going to be another one. So this is the other colour. They never give us actual names for the colours, do they? This is 07. This is a nice jadey colour. This is what I had left from making that whole thing. So I haven't weighed it, but potentially there could be a third if I mix them together. Maybe. Who knows? This is the I-cord thing that I used. There is an original out there, and it's by Size Inclusive, the Size Inclusive Collectives. Hers is 3D printed with much thicker hooks on, and they're not put in a weird slant like that. That did not work. That did not work. I'm going to save up and buy one from her. The reason why I bought this one is because it was a straightforward order process. The other one you had to message her, and I wasn't in a place to have conversations with people. Sometimes the mental health isn't there. She is very lovely though, and I have spoken to her since about other things. So yeah, when there's some funds, I will be. In fact, I think there's some people in the UK actually stocking them now. So I will be investing at some point, and that will go away somewhere. And then I was on a cotton kick because I thought how nice to have cotton clothing for summer. And I hadn't really investigated cotton yarn. So I bought from Hobie because they are doing free postage now. It used to be you had to spend 60 quid to get free postage. But now it's only something like 25, which is why I bought 2 colours. So then I saw this online. Yarnsmiths are doing their own range in yarns, and I rather like this. I like a vest. I'd probably make it longer than that, and I don't think the print's come out perfectly. I think it's a little blown out, and it's a 1-page pattern, so I only print one side. It goes up to a size 22 UK, so bust size. The biggest is 44 inches, which isn't really a size 22. I would say a size 22 bust inch would be more in the 60s, I would have thought. But anyway, from a size 8, so from a 30-inch bust to a 44-inch bust, not that big a size range, to be fair. But it fits me, and it's free. And I may have overindulged at Yarnsmiths. So I now have enough yarn, cotton. Well, hopefully I have enough cotton yarn, because we all know I run out regularly. I've got enough in that, and then I bought that. That's it's sort of a really mucky red, I would say. I'm an autumn colouring, so I suit the muckier colours better. And that, because they're on sale, and there was something like £1.60 a ball. So this is their own yarn. Yarn Smith's Cotton DK. That is a jadey colour. This is shade 3230 teal. They're actually writing the names on as well. Teal. I keep saying jade instead of teal. That's not helpful. This is called Vintage Peach, and I really like that for me. I haven't got anything in that colour. And this one is Antique Gold, which is definitely a colour that I like on myself. And then to make up for the free postage, because I hadn't even hit my 25 quid, I think it is. It's either 25 or 30. There were some of these. This is King Cole Giza Cotton Sorbet 4-ply, 50-gram balls. I don't think I bought enough. I bought 3. But I thought maybe I could make a ranunculus in cotton 4-ply. It might have been on like end of line potentially, so I might have to just double check that before I embark on this jumper. But my last ranunculus swamps me now. It's way too big. So I need another one, and I thought it'd be nice to do it in cotton. I may live to regret those words, but I'm very happy with my haul, which was all of that. So that's going to be my summer knitting, and that's very exciting. The only other thing I have, I'm going to do a separate one, because I did actually find a supplier. I'm doing my DIY yarn advent again this year, but it's all from one supplier. Last year I spread it out, like 4 or 5 per yarn dyer. This particular yarn dyer was selling off quite a lot for a reason that I think she was knocking a couple of quid off a pack of 200 grams of mini skeins, 20-gram mini skeins, and the whole lot worked out at no more than 40 quid for something that most other yarn dyers are charging 70-80 quid for. So I thought, yep, that's what we'll do this year. I'll probably do it every year, and we'll do it differently. So keep an eye. There will be a playlist for DIY Advent, and I'm going to record that separately in black and white so that you get the surprise too. So that's it. That's it for my knitting projects right now. There are obviously other projects, but they're just not as far on, or I haven't touched them for a while, so I'm not going to bore you with those. Life stuff, not much to tell really. The health went downhill. I'm now trying to get that back. I have been reasonably successful. We're on the up, and we will continue to be on the up. And I am eating healthy. I am exercising. I was going really well at the gym. I'm having a great time at the gym, and the results are showing. I'm not losing weight because I'm putting on muscle, and I've put on quite a lot of muscle. But I'm just flying up the weights for some reason, so that's good. That is excellent. I'd rather be strong than skinny, personally. So that's where we're at. Thinking about maybe doing Tour de Fleece, which is July. I have a few packs of fibre to spin. I haven't touched my my spinning wheels in a good year, so I would love to get back to them. I've done some hand spinning, but I'd like to do some big chunks of spinning again. And my poor spinning wheels just sat over there looking at me with judgment. So I'm going to get back to that. So I need to get to physiotherapy. I have post-op physiotherapy to try and get my body back to some sort of normality. Today is my last paid one because I do it through Bupa, and then I'll have to pay, which is a bugger, but never mind, we'll suss it out. I'm so much better anyway, I don't need as many. So that's that. I hope you're all well. I hope you all have a good week, 2 weeks, however long it takes for me to get back to you guys. And I will see you in the next one with lots of things finished, hopefully. Thanks for watching.